Okay, good morning once more, Alexander.
Good morning, Friday.
Yes,
Let's
and
start from the sun.
yes, welcome to our second recording for the homework two, Hanger person, stand corrected.
Yes, let's start.
Yes.
Okay. First, open our spec file with
Yeah.
with instructions, and start with the first requirement. Describe in-person game. Do you help a function? Make several guesses.
Okay.
Guess.
Before that, I think we have a first task to do. Uh, the getters and setters.
Yes, that's the second block. It takes a parameter and returns a Hangperson object. Yes. Do you want to create
Yes,
this
of course.
variable?
Okay. So I'm supposed to create variables for our constructor. Okay. So our constructor here is initialized, right?
Right. Initialize word. Yes.
Yes. And in the constructor, we see that the instance variable word is already defined. And when we see the hanger person test, we see that we have two others parameters. You have guesses, right?
Right, guess.
Guesses.
Got guesses.
And they have obliged us to he has to return simple code like that.
Yes, we define
Yes.
a simple string. Uh,
Also wrong guesses. Yes.
yes. Also receives empty string.
Let's also receive it according to the hanger Peterson test.
Yes.
Okay. I think now we have to define the getters and setters, right?
Right. Yes.
Yes. So I will do it here just above the definition of our class. Attribute accessors like that.
Under underscore.
Underscore. Thank
Underscore.
you. Attribute accessor. Yes, accessor. Yes. We have what, right? We have uh guesses.
Yes.
Guesses. And we have wrong guesses. Yes. So with this line, I define the getters and setters of our instance variables, right?
Yes. Let's switch to our requirements.
Yes.
Um,
Okay. What do the requirements say?
mm, Now, I think I can update. I can update this file also.
Mm,
Yeah. 1 minute. I go to GitHub repo, copy original code, and update it. Yes, now we can continue.
Yes. Click on the Hangperson game since it's there that we are working.
Yes, let's start with setting of our working directory internal. Yes. Yeah, and let's start our test. How we can start test?
Test, I think is bundles auto test.
Okay, type in terminal, please.
Yes. Go up, go up.
Start at the first test, please.
Okay. Okay. I think it's bundle auto test. If I'm not mistaken, let me check it. Bundle. No, I've omitted something.
Yeah,
Bundle.
auto test. Yeah.
Exact. Yes.
I'm typing.
No, I have to move. Are you with me? Are you with this? Do you see the screen?
Yes, I start our tests,
Okay.
and now they're all pending. As we have changed, as we have meet first requirement, we can test it. Okay, let's delete this part pending true, and start our first test. 1 failure, 17 pending. We have an error. Ready?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, we have an error.
Okay. We have an error. What does it say?
Have you any idea what's wrong?
1 failure, 17 pending. Let me see it. Takes a parameter and returns a Hangperson object. Guessing. Not yet. Let me see if it's it. Yes, try to space it. Yes.
This is one guess. Yes, and let's. Yeah.
Okay, so it was a point of indentation.
We don't save the file.
Sorry?
We don't save the file.
We didn't set the file. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't save the file. Now we can move on.
We can move on. Yes. So before I think you have to delete the pending, the test file. Yes.
Yeah, describe guessing, pending. That's deleted.
Yes, delete it.
Save. Now read. Before each do add game. This is a new object of class Hangperson game, and add valid game guess a. Add valid instance variable. It changes correct guess list. Now let's see other requirements. It changes correct guess list. It returns true. Expect that valid is not false, not to be false. And text incorrectly. Okay, let's instantiate. Let's create an instance variable valid.
Okay.
Oh, that's a new method guess. I think we must create a new method guess. And initial value input, for example, and okay, let's create a new variable valid. Valid. If expect game run guesses. Now, in the correct guess list, it returns true.
Yes.
If,
Yes.
if
Yes.
it's incorrect.
Let's go down.
I think we can. This instance variable valid is for checking validity of our input. So we must find the requirement.
I think the requirement are at the end of this test. Let's go down. Go down.
I think so.
Down again.
Yes. Text invalid. Throws an error when empty. When empty is the first requirement.
Yes.
Throws an error when not a letter. And when our input is nil. Okay, let's meet. Let's create a construction that meet these requirements. Valid.
I have a proposition.
You want to?
Yes, I mean for this task, I don't know. I want us to create a small function valid, which tests if the input are valid outside the guess function. I don't know if it's a good idea. It's true that even by doing as you do, it can work. But I want you maybe to test straight that if input not valid. You understand?
Yes, I understand. It's a good idea.
Yeah. And outside the function, we can create a small function valid, which will test the input.
Yes, let's create a new function.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
And specify our requirements. Our input must be a letter.
A letter.
So we can match this requirement using regex. For example, as simplest one, A to Z, any number of letters, end of string, and as I see, it can be case insensitive.
Insensitive.
It be case insensitive, yes.
So yes, I.
And the second requirement is that our input
It has not to be nil.
not to be nil.
Yeah, not
Or
to be. He has to throw an error if there's not to be nil first.
not to be, yes, not to be nil, and not to be empty. Yes, not to be empty.
Empty.
Empty, yes.
Yes.
That's our valid function. Okay, let's
Yeah.
return. Let's come back to our guess method. What's our requirement? If our input if our input valid if our input valid, we the function we must return true. Otherwise, false. That's it. That's what's next.
Next, requirement.
It expect no. It changes correct guess list. Correct.
We have we have to raise. You have to return false if the argument is already guessed.
Now let's test. Let's test first.
Okay, let's test first. Our input function. I mean,
Changes correct guess list. Expect guess to equal a. Yes, returns true. Incorrectly. Yes, we can delete these lines, this piece of code to changes one guess list returns true. Yes, until same letter repeatedly. Save and let's see.
you also have to save the Hangperson test also.
Yes, I saved it, but our test isn't restart.
Have you saved this file?
Yes, okay, let's start it again manually.
It has to start automatically. What's wrong?
Two failures.
Two failures.
Guessing correctly changes correct guess list. Guessing incorrectly changes wrong guess list. Okay, now we must create um, this functionality. We haven't do it yet. Okay, let's do it. If input guessing correctly changes correct guess list. If bird include input let's hand to our empty string guesses this input, this letter. Also, move it to wrong guesses. guesses. I think we can write a simple code and then refactor it if necessary.
I find it better, right?
Yes, let's check. Yeah, we can move forward.
Okay.
Do you want to create? Do you want to follow next instructions?
Yes. Yes.
You can text. Same
Yes.
letter.
What is the next instruction?
The next instruction is our new context, same letter repeatedly. So suppose we we input, our input contains more than one letter.
More
What
than
we
one letter.
more
Okay. Okay. To do it, first I think I will try to test if the length of the input is superior than one, right?
yes, it's a good idea.
Yes. And if it's not the case, I will call a function. So here I will do if input dot length superior to one, right? Then I can write a short function which can guess more than one letters. You agree?
Okay, we can create two new separate functions method.
Yes. So guess several letters.
Yes.
Input else. If it is not the case, guess one letter.
Yes, a good name.
Of input. And here I have to close it. Okay, now outside this function, can write the function. You can define this function get several letter.
Yes, firstly we must define our basic map. Yes, one letter,
With one letter, yes.
and I think then iterates. If we have multiple input, it iterates
That's one
through.
letter. Let us start with it. N, yes. Okay. What do this function do? Guess one letter. So this function is going to check if a letter, yes, the input, the letter that the user enter is is included within the word, the given word. So here I'm going to use the one method of Robbie include to
Yes,
check.
we have already do it. We can modify our block above.
Where?
Our block, if a word include input, that's the same functionality. We can convert it into a method.
Yes, this is what I was saying. So I can write it inside that method. Guess one letter. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, so can I proceed? Can I write this function?
Yes, right, please.
Okay, so if the word dot include letter, the input, right? Then what should I do? I mean the guesses will receive input. This one input, right? Otherwise, wrong guesses. Yes. I have to close this functionality. So this is the function. Guess one letter.
Yes,
Yeah.
look. This is the same functionality as above. As we we would modify this piece of code into our method, but you will define it from the beginning.
I don't know if I understand what you mean.
Okay, now let's delete then this code. Yeah, we can continue. We can continue. Also, we can omit reference here, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Okay, let's check. Oh, we have a bunch of errors.
Yes,
Let's read. Correctly changes correct guess list. Correctly returns true. Incorrectly changes wrong guess list. Incorrectly returns true. Invalid throws an error when empty. Invalid throws an error when not a letter. Okay, and I think I understand what we can do.
Yes. Okay. Let's continue then.
Would you like to continue?
No. Well, since you understand, it's better for you to do it. Continue.
All right. First of all, correctly changes. Let's structure our code. I think yes, it's valid, and if input length greater than 1, yes, guess our one letter valid. All right. Now input guess one letter, guess several letters. Correctly changes correct guess list. Why tries this error? Def guess one letter. If oh yes, we can.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
Yes, we have to specify the input.
yes. Now it works. And to continue, we must create a new function.
Several letters.
Yes. Guess several letters.
Okay. So let me finish.
That's good.
Okay.
Guess several letters. Input. And if no input
Input dot each character.
each we can iterate each character. Each character open the block our letter, and what we can do inside this block,
can call the function guess one letter.
yes, now guess one letter, guess one letter,
Input.
right?
Input, yeah.
By input, we iterate, we will check
Yeah.
each
Yes,
letter.
yes, I understand. Guess one letter of letter. Right.
Let's check.
That's all.
No, we can delete this piece of code and let it repeatedly. Yes, it doesn't change one guest list. This returns false. This, and it is case insensitive. Yes. What's next? Yeah, we can check it. We have several errors.
All errors.
Let's see. Same letter repeatedly doesn't change correct guest list. Guessing same letter repeatedly doesn't change one guest list. Guessing same letter repeatedly returns false. And the same letter repeatedly is case insensitive. Same letter repeatedly does not change correct guest list. What's def several letters? Def guess several letters. The function, the method names the same. Input each char letter, guess one letter.
Mm, maybe before writing a function, we have to transform the input in down case to correct the case sensitive. I mean, yes, just before, if input length, that length superior to one, we can transform the input to down case.
Yes, but it will meet the last requirement. Let it repeatedly is case insensitive. But what's
Yes,
wrong with
yes, the last
first three?
okay,
Same
repeat.
letter repeatedly doesn't change correct. It does not change correct guest list. Okay, we must create a new. I think same letter repeatedly. I think we must create a new method that check is this letter was already guessed.
Yes, already guessed.
Already guessed, yes. That already guessed. Same letter repeatedly. Same letter repeatedly. And in this method, we will check if input input no.
No, we don't have. I think we don't have to check here. I think
If
first we have to transform the input in down case, and we have to check if the input is include among the gases and the wrong gases concatenated.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes. We can incatenate two strings, or we can check it separately. For example, in this way, but gases include input, or wrong gases include
Input.
input. If if uh, if one of them include input, then return true. Else, false. And now we can check. We can check input length. Guess one letter. I think. Oh, and we can raise an error. We can return false. We can return false if already guessed. Already guessed. Input true.
Where are you writing it? Yes. You should write it inside the guess method. Yes, that is correct.
Now, guessing correctly changes correct guess list. The same errors.
The same errors.
The same errors. Return false if already guessed input. Def already guessed. Already guessed. Nothing changed. And I've already guessed. Input if yes, include input. Have you any idea?
Yes. Let me look it closely. Yes, valid. Return false if already guessed.
Correctly changes correct guess list. Correctly returns true.
Okay. Maybe let me write that guess function in another way. That already guess function in another way.
In another way.
Yes, but maybe it will be the same. But let me write it in another way.
Okay, let's try.
Okay. Already guessed this one. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let us.
You wish to concatenate two strings. Guesses
Yes.
and numbers.
Guess is
This would be the same.
will be the same.
Would be the same. Let's try.
One guess is we include input. Yes. That's all. That's all. Okay. I can also. That's all. Input done case. Yeah.
down case. If you want the down case,
But so it's not really important. I can delete it.
we'll modify. We will modify input. You can add bank.
Yes, let me raise it. I think that's all. As you said, you will not really change. That's it.
Yes, it works. It works. And in-person game guessing same letter repeatedly is case insensitive.
Yes, it's different.
Is
So
different.
it's okay. It's sensitive. We can do it in the function.
Yes, we can downcase letters
Yes,
in our guess function. Before, when we have an input, we can downcase it firstly. Input, downcase, and modify our input. Guessing same letter repeatedly is case insensitive. Already guessed. I think we can do
the
the
same
same
thing.
in our already guessed function. Before checking, we downcase our input. Let's check. Yes, now it works.
Now it works.
Great. We move on to the next part.
Yes, let us move on to the next part.
And you can text guess thoughts and error when empty. Okay, we already.
Yes, you can delete the pending instruction.
But I see the difference in this block. We must write an argument error.
Yes. Raise argument error in our function. Yes.
If input value, if input valid, and we can rewrite this code.
Yes, it's better to raise
argument error.
Argument error if
if input
is not valid. Input the valid.
Input is not valid. Valid. And
bank.
Bank, but
bank.
I think
yes.
Our valid function
Yes.
returns true or false depending on the input. So if we can check directly if input valid false. That would be more reliable, I think. Rise argument error if input valid. If input valid, input what's the case? Rise argument error if input no if valid input false. Guessing invalid throws an error when empty. Guessing invalid throws an error when not a letter. When nil. If false. Let's look at our valid function. Valid input. Input match any letter, any character, and our input not nil, and our input not empty. This function returns. This function must return true.
Yes, this function is to test if to test the requirement before doing any task. Okay. Let me try.
If valid input true, return true, else false, and whereas argument if valid input false. What do you think?
I think we have done, we have repeated ourselves somewhere. So try to scroll down again in the valid function. Yes, valid function. What? Okay, let me test something. I want to test something because this function, this valid function, already test both the letters if the function is nil and also if we is empty. So I think we can only try to test if we can raise an error if unless that valid function, or if that valid function is not satisfied, and we can delete some lines in our main function guest. You understand? Okay, let me try to write it.
I think so. You want to modify this function, condition, this condition if valid input.
Yes. So let me try here.
You can check it directly.
Directly. I will put this. I will comment this one.
Yes, let's come. Oh, okay.
And wow, this thing used to be. I want to comment all those things.
Now there is a better way. Look, we stop.
Oh,
We can now to simplify this task. We can
yes, we can. Yes, we can erase, and we can test straight the first line here. Raise argument error. Let me try to write it. Unless input. See, if I'm not mistaken.
unless input not match to
Not much, yes. Don't know if it's like that.
no unless
Input. Let's try this one. No.
Are you sure?
There is something that I really don't understand. Unless valid.
Yes, unless valid. Unless
Unless
is a variation of
yes. Unless valid. Yes, unless valid. Valid of input. Yes. Can test it.
yes, it works.
It works. Yes. Unless valid of input. Yes. Now it's more clear like that.
Now, next block. Describe displayed word with guesses.
Bad word cases.
For a given set of guesses, what should the word look like? 3 test cases. Test cases, each pair do guesses. Displayed should be displayed when guesses are guesses. Guess several letters. Yes. We must define new method. New method.
Yes. Word with guesses.
Word with guesses. You're right. Have several letters already
Just
guessed.
do it after the valid function.
Def word with guesses. And we can do it in several ways. Let's do it in most straightforward and logical way. Displayed. It's our word.
Yes. Empty character.
An empty screen.
Empty screen.
Yes. And we must return this value.
I
Display.
think we can return it at the end.
And now.
Yes. Now.
Each pair. We can iterate through our
what?
word letters.
So
I think we
yes,
we
it's correct.
we can iterate each char block letter, and what we do inside our block.
You have to test.
We check
If you have to check if the letter is included among
yes.
the guesses
Yes,
instance.
I think we can rewrite it.
Yes, use do. Yes, do is better. Do letter. If
Guesses include letter, then displayed receives
letter.
this letter, and also displayed receives
Dash.
dash. Yes, and our loop.
And we return displayed. Return displayed.
Displayed.
Yes.
Let's check. Let's check. In status is the next block. It works.
It works. Okay. Let us move to the next task.
Yes, hit fun.
The next task, what do we have to do? Is to write a function check win or lose.
We can check game status.
Yes, to check the game state.
Should
Yes.
be win when all letters guessed. Should be lose after 7 incorrect guesses. Should continue play. If not, win or lose.
Okay, let me write it. F win or lose, right?
Win or lose, or check win or lose.
Something like that. And
so I think check win or lose.
Check win or lose. Okay. This way.
Yes.
Okay.
This way.
We have to to check if the guesses is included within the word, and then we return win if it's the case, and also if the player has not exceeded 7 times. So
yeah, that's the correct statement.
yes. So here I think is if word with guesses is included. Word guesses included. If we find the dash character like that, I've committed something here. Yes, what else? And if wrong guesses, no, I've forgotten something here. If it's not included, because first I would like to check, this is bank. I would like to check if the case win.
I think you forgot to include. You
Sorry?
forgot to include method.
Lose method.
Word with guesses should not include dash.
Yes, that's why I use the bank character.
Okay.
I use the bank before word with guesses, right? So now I also want to check if word with guesses, the length is less than 7.
Yes, but in my opinion, you forget include method.
Include, oh yes, right. Okay. Now I understand. Understand your concern. Include method. Yeah. Dot include, right? Like that.
Forgot. Yes.
Yes. And yeah, word with guesses. If the length is, yeah, the length is less than 7, right? If I'm not mistaken. At that time, we return win.
Yes.
As precise in the exercise. Else, if wrong guesses is greater than 7.
You're right.
Wrong guesses greater or equal
Or equal to
7.
7.
That time we return lose, right? Otherwise, what should we do? We return
Otherwise,
play.
we can't play.
Yes. Else play. And that's yes. Oh, sorry. Wrong guesses. That's, I think that's also, I've also forgotten something here. This is wrong
Yeah.
guesses.
You forget length.
I forgot length.
You
Yeah.
forget check length of word guesses.
Also, yeah, it's wrong guesses. Oh, wrong guesses. Yes. I think you can test it.
Should be win when all letters guessed. Should be lose after 7 incorrect. Word with guesses not include. And the wrong guesses length less than 7. Win else if guesses length greater than 7. Lose else play and Let's check. What's the error? Expected
Yes.
pending. No reason given to fail. No error was raised. Should be win, but all letters guessed fixed. No reason given to fail. No error was
Okay.
raised.
Let me read this one.
It's not necessary. Nothing changes. Game status should be loose after 7 incorrect. The failures. And let's check carefully. Check win or lose. Check win or lose. Equal, check win or lose. I guess so. It is. And now
What's not here?
lose. I'll see if one guesses length greater than 7. Have you any idea what's one?
It's really strange there. Win or lose.
Our method name is correct. Check win or lose. Method name correct. If word with guesses, that means our displayed. It's displayed. That's return this function. Include doesn't include dash and run guesses length less than 7. Guesses. I don't understand why it rise an error.
Save it again. Yes. Dash.
Now to win or lose. Let's check names of our variables and methods. Without with guesses. Run guess. Okay, let me rewrite it. All the statement. If word with guesses include dash and guesses length plus 7. No, nothing.
Nothing. Wow. Understand.
I don't. And also run guesses length greater than or equal to 7. Return lose, else play, and def wait. Let's check our message. Should be win when all letters guessed. Fair use. Game status should be win when all letters guessed. Logically, we do right things, but it doesn't work.
Don't understand why.
I also don't understand why. Expected pending a reason given to fail, not authorized. Letters guessed.
What's wrong here? Mm.
See if read with guesses. And if okay, let's check in RB.
Run again. Run again.
Let's check. Let's check.
There is something.
Let's check RB. Let's define this function and add guesses. Wrong guesses. And our god. And follow this method, rod with guesses. So I forgot specify letter. I think our method word with guesses not work properly.
What with guesses? Okay, maybe what with guesses not work properly, but the test passed.
Test passes. No, let's repeat. Define.
Okay, try to define it after the check. Okay, let's try to.
Oh, let me check it again. Guesses. At wrong guesses. Oh, I guesses A. Guesses empty. And let input let dot and now but each shall be letter if guesses include letter display letter also displayed dash enter and return displayed but with guesses. Yes, it works. This function works.
What with guesses works.
What with guesses works. Let's
All our
let's check our function. Check win or lose. check win or lose. Okay, it also works. It also works. Let's define on guesses. On guesses. More than 7 letters and check again. Lose.
Lose.
It works. I really don't understand why.
I mean, I don't know if the order of the functions in a fair here. Do we have to define what with guesses before check win or lose?
Let's try.
Otto.
Check win or lose. The most simple block, and we get errors. What would guesses include? Now, what's the case? I'll see if one guesses length. Okay. Have you any ideas?
I haven't the foggiest idea. That is strange.
I absolutely agree that is strange, but it's our reality, and we must do something to resolve this issue.
Very strange.
Interesting is that that method works. That method works, but it don't passes the tests. Let's see carefully. I think we just forgot to
Whoa.
delete these pieces of code.
Whoa. What a mistake. Blondie.
Great mistake. Yes.
Should works.
It works.
Okay, we have lost a lot of time there, and I think
Yes. Let's move to the next task, to the
yes.
part 4. Part 4. Restful thinking.
This is just reading.
Yes. Yes, I have already read this chapter and this chapter 2. We can in this chapter we must update our new ERB, our view template, our new template. In this section, in part 3, we must update our new template.
Yes.
Yes. Action. We can add action.
Action.
Here. Action function, and it would be create, right?
Create.
Create, right? Right.
Yes.
Yes. Now move to the next part, to the part 4, cucumber. That's all the instructions in FRB file. In FRB, these two routes are good examples of Sinatra syntax to help you with the rest of the assignment. Get do, redirect, new. Get new do, ERB new. Our first task, no, don't change next line. Use existing methods to process a guess. If a guess is repeated, set flash message to you have already used that letter. If a guess is invalid, set flash message to invalid guess. Let's do this part.
Yes.
Let the parents guess to S0, our first letter. Your code here. Okay, we first of all we must check if a guess is repeated or if it is invalid.
This is valid.
For example, if already guessed, oh, our object of class
Game. It's a game.
game, our method already guessed, letter. If letter already guessed, that we must flash. We should flash.
Message.
Yes, flash message. Message. You have already used that letter. We can let's type it. You have already used
That
that.
letter.
Yes. And else if if a guess is invalid, set flash message to invalid guess. If game valid that receives false, so receives false, and then flash message invalid guess, right?
Yes. Invalid guess.
Also process a guess. Game guess letter. And
That's all.
that's all. And redirect to show. Let's check. Let's quit there and start our test. Cucumber features. Yes, feature. Yes, it works.
Good.
Part 4 completed. Move to next part, corner cases. By now you should be familiar with the cycle. Use this process to develop the code for the remaining actions win or lose. he will need to add code to the show action that checks whether the game state it is about to show it is actually a winning or losing state. And if so, it should redirect to the appropriate win or lose action. Recall that your game logic model has a method for testing if the current game state is win, lose, or keep playing. The scenario game over feature tests these behaviors in your source app. Do you want to do this part?
Yes, I'm going to write the necessary code within the write function. I mean, yeah, we have to change to write code within win, lose, and show, right?
Let's read this comment. Use existing methods to check if player has won, lost, or neither, and take the appropriate action. Yes, do it, please.
Okay. I start with the last one, the case that he lose the game. So I will go from bottom to top. Yeah. Okay. I will say
Yes.
if our instance variable dot check. I will just call the
Our
function that we wrote
class
with
object.
before. If it's equal to lose, right? What should I have to do? You have just to perform this task. Go to lose. You agree?
Yes. It's our lose template.
This is the case if it lose. Now I will do the same if it win. Game dot check win or lose. Yes, equal to win this time. You you go you will
Yes,
direct to win.
fine, without
Okay,
changes.
now I have to change also this function. And here I will check if instance variable game that lose check equal. Let us start with lose, right? Now let me start with win.
But you separate column.
Yes, like that. Then redirect. You redirect to win.
Yes.
Win means like that, right? Now, else if it's lose, else if like that game that check lose yes redirect to lose else
Also,
problem else just redirect to show.
no, I think
No,
we must.
no. Yeah, I think I just have to leave that instruction.
Yes,
Yes, yes, I have to leave this one.
must be render show page.
Yes, let me indent this one.
Yes, let's set proper indentation. Yes, yes.
Okay, I think that's all.
Most mostly. Save it, please. Save it and let's check.
Yes, I've just saved.
Save, yes. Let me check it. Cucumber features. Oh, I think we can.
Cucumber features, that features.
Features all parts. Features. Now we have an error.
No,
Syntax.
I didn't see.
Syntax error. An expected end of input. Expecting keyword end. Let's see. We
What?
forgot to close our conditional statement.
Okay, end. Right. Save it.
Save and let's check it again. The same. Now we have another case here and here.
Oh, I've clean forgotten to close all that case, all that if close.
Yes, all test passes, but we have one precondition. While you're playing, what happens if you directly add win to the end of your app's URL? Make sure the player cannot cheat by simply visiting get win. Consider how to modify the actions for win, lose, or and show to prevent this behavior. To prevent this behavior, we can update our conditional statement. If game check win or lose win, render template to win, else redirect to show. And the same in this case.
This is what for?
Yes, and now when we deploy our app to local to prevent behavior when we can just modify URL, add /win, that we redirect to show page, not to the win page.
Yes.
Yes. Do you understand?
Just a bit.
Yes, I think we wouldn't deploy our app to Frog now. All test passes, and that's
Yes,
great.
I think we have.
I think we can finish.
We have completed the homework. Do you want to do something, another task?
Something on which task?
No, I think we have completed all the tasks and everything
Yes,
worked.
I agree. I agree. We have completed it.
Okay.
Okay, I finished the recording, right?
Yes, you have to close the recording. That's
Yes.
all.
Thank you very much for collaboration. It's
Yes,
very
it was
useful.
a long job. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Freddie.
You're welcome.